Hello YouTube, hope you're all keeping well out there. Pickups video for the months of May and June 2024. Just going to crack on with it as I usually do, going from other things that are still kind of retro and then all the way through the video games in chronological order. I've got Spectrum all the way through to PS5, so just jump off or jump in wherever you want, or skip, whatever it is. Well, I'm going to start with, I recently had a holiday in this country up to Ross-on-Wye, and always look around the charity shops up there. They've got quite a few in Ross-on-Wye, and picked this up for 50p. Hasn't been marked. Super Mario Land notebook, just something for the games room. I did pick up as well, it's not here, it's in my cupboard because it's a spare. I got it for the case. It was Rayman on PS1. It wasn't complete. It didn't have the front cover inlay nor the instructions, but the case was immaculate and it was 50p. But during the day I bought a few things and it actually got a little crack on the back, which I was really annoyed about. But still, for 50p as a donor case, I thought that was a good little deal. How to pick that up. So that's there. What should I do next? Let's do a figure. Another He-Man figure, Masters of the Universe. Another one that is iconic for me is Mechaneck. I used to love this guy. Again, not after many. What's this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 6th one. There might be maybe, well, there's one or one Faker, but he commands sometimes a bit of money. The original Faker. And there's actually a couple of cartoon 80s filmation ones of He-Man and Skeletor that look really good, but ideally I don't want them in the box, so I don't mind paying less because I actually want them out to display. But that's, yeah, they look really good, those two figures, and I'm sure they'll be doing more. Right, this has been on my kind of radar for a little while. I had this as a kid, and it was God, it must have been 1987, 88 I had this. All the rage. A few kids in our year, certainly at primary school, had them, and it's the robot watches. Now, I used to just assume it was a Transformers watch, but obviously there's clearly no Transformers branding on this, and this is the colour I had, the blue one. I've tried a battery in it and it doesn't work, but I'm going to have another go. Failing that, I wouldn't mind getting it to work. But yeah, nice little boxed piece, this. And the watch is in lovely condition. Transforms really nice, no scuffs, no scratches. Really pleased with that one. Gaming related now, but still not video games per se. I want to upgrade my SCART connections for my CRT TV. The one I've got's okay, but what I'm getting is, and it might just be the TV that's doing this, just it doesn't seem to be centered, and there's no way on my TV to, what's going on up there? There's no way on my TV to adjust the left and right balance, so it looks like it's almost swinging to the left, a little bit cropped on the left. It's not centered. The screen, it might be the SCART lead, I don't know, but I picked up this box. It's a nice heavy metal German made thing, but I haven't got any decent spare SCART cables and I haven't had the chance to sort of test it yet. Hoping it works. It's got RGB. But yeah, any guys out there, if you can let me know what a decent version of this to maybe keep my eyes open for would be good. And I'd like a couple of ideas as to why I can't get that centralized image on the TV. It seems to be, yeah, to the left, cropping a little bit and just not centralized, but I don't know. Right, again, up in Ross-on-Wye, we went to a car boot sale on one of the last days we were there. In a massive field, huge thing. It was really good. A couple of newer gaming things, but there was an older item there, and it was a Master System 2, and I picked this up and a box sealed Gruffalo puzzle for my daughter from the same guy for 15, so I don't think that was bad. But it just has did have a very dodgy button here, but I've taken it apart. And I'm going to give that a little clean out, and this could do a bit of a clean as well. I've got in contact with Craig Goodwin of Goodwin's Place, and he suggested a couple of things for the metal there. I might not go too crazy with it, just give it a good clean, and again it still needs testing, but there's lots of dust in there. Give it a good clean. I've got some compressed air, and as I thought and as he's recommended, good old bicarb and white vinegar might sort that metal out. A treat. So there's that one. I haven't got that. I've got the Mark 1, which I prefer, but that's going to stay in the collection down there anyways. Right, onto the Spectrum. This one works, and it's one I've been after for a little while. Agent X2. I've got the first one, but a lot of people I've noticed online and in different communities say this one's really good as well. So give that one, boot it up. It works, but I haven't had a chance to really play it. And weekend just gone. I alluded to this in my previous video. I went up to Taunton to see my friend Keith, and in Taunton is Lee, ZX Tech Lee, and I had a little conversation with him via WhatsApp beforehand, and we hooked up and spent. Really good to meet the guy. Lovely chap, Lee. Really good soul. Just comes across exactly, you know, as you see him on the videos, and you know that's the sort of person I like, really. Someone who's just down to earth, and you know you can make your mind up if you're going to get on with them. Then no actors, please. But it was great just hanging with Lee and Keith in the beer garden for a few hours. Really hot day. You know, chatting loads about games, and my mate Keith's not. You know, he had a Mega Drive back in the day, and we've got a few gaming memories together, but he's not really a gamer per se. And we were sat down with a couple of his friends. One was called Emmeline, and Keith was like, oh yeah, these guys are a bit nerdy, you know, a bit of jest as well. And he was like, oh no, this Emmeline guy, and he was like, oh, I remember great times with my Spectrum and the Commodore 64 he had. And we just started talking about the old games, and it just, yeah. And then Keith was sort of like, oh God, got him involved, and he was absolutely loving it. So yeah, it was really good time up there in Taunton. And again, great to meet Lee, real sound guy. I gave him a couple of gifts, nothing much, but I'll let him show that in his video. And he gifted me at the same time Rana Rama, and I've seen this game in numerous, you know, best of lists and things, and I have seen it listed in the Compendium Spectrum book that I've got by Bitmap Books by Hewson. I still haven't had a chance to boot this up, Lee, but I will do so. It's just, yeah, time since coming back has been absolutely bonkers at work. So yeah, thank you again, Lee, and mate, you're a legend. Really good to see you. Lovely to spend some time with you. And you go. Right, Master System. There's not many more that's on my list. I'd say probably about 6. Couple of big hitters, but they're not too bad. And these were sort of on the periphery of the ones that I was interested in, because I've been going through playing some of these games on emulation on my 3DS, and then, you know, if I'm really liking it, I'm gonna get a physical copy of it. And that is Mercs. This controls so well. Bloody difficult. Top-down view of your marine or whatever it is, your mercenary, going on just blowing things up and just trying to stay alive as long as you can. Yeah, it's got that nice sort of retro, hard, arcadey feel. So yeah, really good. Really tight controls. Very recommended, that one. And this one I need to give more time to. And some of the bullets in this one of the enemies is quite difficult to see sometimes. It's not like it's a bullet hell or anything, but it's Predator 2. Both of these are complete. I think this one is. Yeah, it just hasn't got the hang tab. Again, yeah, this one just needs a bit more of my time. I got pretty far through the level, just testing that it worked, but yeah, needs more focus. And again, apparently turns up on quite a good few recommended Master System lists. Right, Dreamcast next. Dreamcast I've kind of finished with, really. I've got everything I need. There's possibly 1 or 2, but they're Japanese, and you know, I'm not too bothered by them. And this was on the periphery. I looked at Aero Wings and picked this one up, Flight Simulator, and it's supposed to be very good. So you will go in there. PlayStation 1. Follow up to a game that's so bad it's good. I had the opportunity to pick it up and I just sort of sat too long on it. I waited a bit too long. I came back to get it a couple of days later and it was gone from CEX. But this one was this one in CEX? I can't remember where I got this one now. Honestly can't remember, but it's Overblood 2 and it seems like an isometric. Well, the first one had slight Resident Evil vibes, I want to say. Third person, looks really clunky. The graphics look a little bit janky, as people say, and the voice acting looks very dated and terrible as well. But in there lies the charm, and a lot of people say this one's better. Some people prefer the first one, but yeah, I had to pick this one up. It was a good, very good price, and it's in lovely condition. Not really a blemish on these cases, and they're an absolute sod. Not as bad as the Dreamcast, arguably, but an absolute sod to keep in good pristine order, as you all know. Right, PlayStation 2. This was just a bit of an upgrade from the vanilla version. I had a Virtua Fighter 4. It's 4, isn't it? Yeah. This is Evolution, so it's got more balancing tweaks in this. A couple more characters in the roster, and it's just like a more complete package. I think there's even a few more like all new quest mode, that was it, yeah, different modes in it, and the training mode. So this is the complete package really, so pleased to get this one. Don't mind the virtual fighters. Again, I think they're not necessarily button mashers. You really need to spend some time with them and to get the most out of the game and the characters' movesets. Right, Xbox. The PlayStation 2 version of Max Payne is apparently quite poor, quite slow frame rates and things, but the Xbox version is much better. And again, I've said in numerous videos, if I'm going to get a multi-plat, my preference of choice is going to be the GameCube, but Max Payne was on the GameCube, so that falls to Xbox afterwards. Really enjoyed the Max Paynes back in the day with the bullet time. And speaking of bullet time, another upgrade for my PlayStation 2. Matrix Path of Neo. I don't think this is supposed to be great, you know, like maybe a 6, 7 at most out of 10 game. I don't think I played this one. I only played Enter the Matrix, and that was on my GameCube back in the day. It was alright, you know, it wasn't that good. It was quite janky, wasn't it? Quite unpolished, and just sort of rushed them out, I think, in time for the films, the second and the third one. I'm not sure if this is better or worse. Probably round about the same, but yeah, they were crap. I mean, the first film's, you know, an excellent seminal movie, but 2 and 3 were just, yeah, very disappointing. Started to crawl up their own ass, in my opinion. This one I saw in CEX, and it was still there this next time I went in, and I did regret not picking it up the first time. It's Lord of the Rings: The Third Age, and I remember, no, hang on a minute. Maybe I did look to pick this one up and took it to the guy at the desk. This must be a different one. And it never had a manual, so I left it. I think that was it. And he was saying at that time, man, I spent so many hours on this game. He was going, really, really good game. They should do a remaster of it. And then when I picked this version up, the same guy served me and he said the same sort of thing. And I was like, you said that last time, mate. And then one of the other CX guys were like, oh, that's such a good game. So yeah, they've really sold it. It was only, what, 5, I think? 6 quid? Not much, but yeah, bit of Lord of the Rings. I think it's sort of like an RPG light. I don't know if it's like Diablo. I think it's more, is it turn-based or like a strategy RPG? I can't remember. But everyone loves Tolkien's world and his settings and characters, so looking forward to that one. And this one was on the list as well for me to get. Tron 2, killer app. Again, not supposed to be amazing, like a 7, 7.5 out of 10 game, but I quite like the Tron universe, the aesthetic, and the soundtrack. Right, I'm whizzing through these because I'm in a bit of a rush. I'm going out again in a second. Right, 3DS. Ideally, I want the complete version in the big box with the stand. Apparently, you need a stand to play this properly. Kid Icarus, I got the full version back in the day when I originally had my 3DS, and for some reason I just couldn't get on with this, and I want to give it a second chance, because I've seen loads of videos. It does look really good, and it did look good, but it was had a big learning curve with really getting into the controls, both flying and when you're on the ground running around in that kind of over-the-shoulder third-person mode of dispatching your enemies. And I think the controls took a lot of getting used to. But I could not collect for the 3DS and not get this one, so there's that one. Right, quite a few PS4 now, PS5, and then we're done. A game that's been on my list for blimmin' ages. I'm really late to the party with this one, but I just wanted that price down, and I managed to save a few quid on it anyway. Final Vendetta, Left to Right and Fight, a spiritual kind of, harkening back to the 16-bit, or, that kind of era arcade brawlers. And my God, the music in this. I've only booted it up and I've gotten to level 2. I just wanted to test the game out. I'm going to play this with a wife. The music in this is really, really, really top notch. Utah Saints from the old school back in the day, in collaboration with Futurecast for the soundtrack. So really looking forward to hearing what other tunes they've got on this. But the first tune is an absolute stomper. And I really love the movesets in these. I like a bit of a deeper brawler. I don't just like jump and kick and all that business. Streets of Rage 2, for example, has got a nice amount of moves within the controls that are there. And this is the same. You can grab people, you can hit people from behind. You've got the move, which is like a crowd control move to get rid of people, and someone's at my door. But yeah, we will continue after I get the door. The Postman. Right. Again, on my list for quite a while. This come down. I think they marked it up wrong, but I made sure they honoured me in CEX. Got this for £8. I think it was supposed to be like 10 or 12 or something, but I was like, look, you've got it there for 8. And I saw another version on there on the shelves for 12. So yeah, that was a nice little cheeky win getting one up on CEX. Got a PS5 now, but if they're upgradable from the PS4, I'm going to get the PS4 version, because then at least I can play them on different consoles in the house. I got the PS4 linked up to our bed TV in the bedroom, the PS5 downstairs on the big TV in the lounge. So yeah, this is supposed to be really, really good. PS5 upgrade available free of charge. Thank you very much. £8. Could not leave that there. £8 for that and £8 for that. I just had to get this. I have played it before on VR and I really enjoyed it. Skyrim VR, so many versions of this, and if I am to go back and play this again, which I hope I do, it'll be in VR. It was really, really good. I remember just playing the first maybe hour. At the start you go to get beheaded or killed or sacrificed in some way, and running off, and then getting into scrapes with some of the baddies there and having arrows, and you could hear them just like whiz by your head. Looks quite dated now, but it's still not too bad. But yeah, really looking forward to what the next Elder Scrolls game is going to be. Another couple VR games here. VR Ghost Giant Deluxe. Supposed to be a nice sort of like puzzly-esque platformer, I believe. Iron Man VR, supposed to be excellent. These have come right down in price now. So I'm just sweeping up some of those VR games. And I'm not going to go on to the PS5 one yet. I've already got one PS5 game, but this is a biggie. This has been on my list for a while. It's a PS4 game. I wonder if I can get it on camera. It's Death Stranding, the collector's edition. Now, if you don't know what's in it, this game is very Marmite. I've said it before. it's not for everyone. I'm probably gonna have to make a cut here and get the box out, inner box out, but obviously it comes with a game, a few other little trinkets. But this game really made a mark on me. I liked it probably far more than I should have. It was great fun. The thing I wanted it for. Oh, it's quite a... Oh, blimey, this is a tight fit, I tell thee. Yeah. In the game, you're basically a courier. Doesn't really sell the game, and nor should it, because a lot of people won't like it at all. And you've got to deliver packages, numerous packages, to different places all through this massive map, and it's full of perils. The cargo's worth money. You're running through this like acid rain, so the packages deteriorate. You've got to pile it all up on your back. You've got to dodge these invisible phantom enemies, and you're scored and given like a percentage or a grading, A, you know, B, C, D, depending on the quality, the time of the delivery, etc. I really loved it. I really loved the game. It's so unique, quite pretentious, but that's Kojima for you. He is a kind of Chris Nolan of the gaming world, or Stanley Kubrick of the gaming world. And you've got your little character that you get in it, BB. But I got this for a good price, and apparently quite a lot of these are like it. It's come away, the baby, from the bottom, but I found a couple of fixes online, so when I get time, when I ever get time, oh, you can hear the bits in there now, there are ways of fixing it, getting it open and fixing it, and then it all lights up as well. But I just think that's so cool. And again, got it for a good price. It's got some weird stuff like the tape you get there, and a little figure in the game, and a digital soundtrack, and you know, all those other sort of gubbins. But there's that one. Oh, you got there, BB. I encourage anyone to check it out if you're interested, but I don't blame anyone if they don't get on with it. Right, and the last PS5 game is Ratchet and Clank. Finished this probably a week ago. Got the platinum on it. It's quite an easy platinum, and yeah, really, really good game. I love a good 3D platformer. Played most, if not all, the Ratchet and Clanks now, and yeah, excellent entry in the series. Looks spectacular. Literally is now at this standard, like playing an interactive Pixar movie. Really, really good. And the haptics as well, and the sound coming out of the PS5 controller. I've said about this before, the PS5 controller is excellent. And yeah, I'd like to see more being done with that in many more of the games, hopefully coming out for the PlayStation 5. So there's that one, and that is it. So let me know what you think to any of this stuff in the comments below. Let me know if you love or hate Death Stranding. Be kind in the comments below. And yeah, until next time, everyone take care out there, stay safe, and I'll see you again.